This little $13 piece of gear saved me from buying a new phone. And that's just the start, because in this video, I'm gonna show you 5 cheap upgrades for your small fishing boat that actually make a difference on the water. And the last one's my favorite. I haven't seen anybody else do it, but I know people have spent money trying to solve this kind of problem. A lot more money than what this costs. By the way, my name's Ben, I'm a paddlehead. I'll have links to everything down in the description below. Some of these will be affiliate links, so at no extra cost to you, you'll be directly supporting this channel and what I do. I appreciate it. Anyways, let's talk upgrades. Sometimes a cheap piece of gear can save you a ton of money. This 2-pack of phone lash tabs is about 13 bucks. They fit in just about any phone case, and once you've got your phone tethered to something like your PFD or your kayak seat, that phone's going nowhere. That $13 piece of gear could save you from buying a new phone and also save you from contributing more e-waste to the lake. So, win-win, right? What I like is that this is a 2-pack, so I can use one for my main phone, have this all tethered into my PFD, have it secured on me for those fish pics. You know, when I catch those like massive fish that I always catch, I can get it on camera here. But then I also have it connected to my spare phone, which I actually use for my deeper sonar. I use this for my fish finder, so this is my graph and everything on my spare phone. So I like to have it tethered off. You know, I've had a couple times where you get a pike on board or you get a big fish on board and it starts thrashing around, kicking around, and it knocks stuff around. I haven't lost anything over the edge of the boat yet, but I've come very close just from fish thrashing. So I like to have things tethered off just in case. By the way, if you're interested in a portable fish finder, this is all I use for my fish finders. This ball here hooked up to a cell phone, and this does 3D mapping for me. It marks fish, I can mark locations, GPS locations. I'll link to a video down in the description below that tells you all about this. And I've actually got a discount code in there for one of these if you're interested. Anyways, moving on. Next up are these S-Beaners by Night Eyes. And they pair really well with the phone lash tabs here, because they just, you know, simply clip on, and then you clip that onto your tether. But honestly, the applications are endless. These are super useful. I also use them for securing like my camera batteries into my PFD here. So I've just got that lashed on, but you know, at the end of the night, when I want to take the batteries in to recharge them, I just unhook that, keep this all together, and yeah. Just kind of keeps everything together. That way I know I'm not dropping the batteries into the water, contributing more e-waste into the lake. But I've also used it here on the lash. Oh, you can't really quite see that, can you? Yeah, just like that. But then also, you know, on the lash tabs here for the phone that's connected to there. I also use it here on my pliers. So I just clip that onto there, clip this onto my lash tab, and this pocket is notorious for having these pliers kind of fall out. But now if they fall out, they're not going anywhere. I always have them, they're within arm's reach. I can use them without having to unhook them, but if I need to unhook them, super easy to do with that lash point. You could also use it and hook up your keys if you wanted to, so that you knew that they wouldn't fall out of your pocket when you open up your pocket. They're nice and secure as well. So yeah, lots of applications. They're pretty sweet. They're made out of stainless steel, and they can hold up to like 40 pounds or something like that. They're not flimsy. They're light, but they are tough. Tough enough for what you need them for. Now, this next one may seem simple and a little bit obvious, but hear me out. Cordage. And not just any cordage, but cordage like this, rope like this. There are a few reasons I keep coming back to it. It ties really strong knots, and it's super easy to tie with this kind of diameter. It's not bulky, it's tough, and it's got these reflective flecks woven into it, which is a nice safety bonus. If you're kind of out late at night or early in the morning, this thing will just like shine like nothing else if you just flash a headlight over it. Let's say you leave it in the grass as you're getting in and out of your boat. But cordage, yeah, like I use it quite more often than I would expect. So I've got it, you know, to tether in my spare batteries for my camera batteries. I also use it for tying lanyards onto my safety release tools. That way I have something to like wrap around my wrist if I'm working on a fish on the side of the boat. I'm not gonna drop those pliers in the drink and kind of be left out hanging with nothing to release the fish. I've always got those secured. Or also my Knipex. If you've ever bought a pair of Knipex before, like hook cutters or just, you know, wire cutters, you know they're not cheap. So I tie a super strong lanyard knot on there. I'll actually link to a video in the description below to another creator who showed me how to tie a lanyard knot onto a straight handled tool that is super tough. I mean, this thing bit right into that like rubber coating on the handles. This knot's not going anywhere. I can vouch for it, it's great. It's also really great not donating your tools to the water. I also do a lot of camping too, so if you do camping, it's a double kind of bonus. You get two birds stoned at once that way. This cordage can be excellent for tying down flies, guy lines, especially because you've got that reflective aspect to it. Less tripping late at night, it's great. Anyways, I highly recommend it also because it's not bulky. When you have it in these PFD pockets, it's not like paracord that's just gonna like bunch up and create this ball, you know? You can have a lot more length without the same kind of bulk. So this is a good one. I'll have this one linked below, like I mentioned. Next up is this plier holster from Wilderness. Can you see my script? Oh, I think you can see my script. Oh. I've had this since I started kayak fishing. It was one of the first attachments I bought, and it has earned its place, that's for sure. I always keep it on the kayak seat. That way I always know I've got a pair of pliers with me. Although they're not long nose, they're at least something for split rings, releasing fish, unhooking fish. I keep a pair of Cuda pliers in here, the ones that are a little bit more expensive, but that way I know like these aren't gonna rust on me ever. These have been very solid, good pair of pliers. I would recommend these. But the plier holster, I got this at Frontenac Outfitters. This is actually on a Velcro, which is kind of cool. You can attach it to things that maybe you can't unstrap, but because I can just release the strap here on the fishing kayak seat, I can easily just slide this on and off. So I actually had my mom sew that up for me. So this is never coming off. It's kind of just got this permanent belt loop on it now. So it's great. I love it. Never have to worry about having pliers. If I happen to forget them, well, I never do. Real quick before we move on here, if you like this video so far, hit that like button. It helps other small craft anglers like you find these kind of videos. And consider subscribing if you want to see more of it. Anyways, with that, let's move on to the very final one. This is my favorite one. But yeah, if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll notice I got a new ride, a new setup. I'm pretty stoked about it. As you may know, I really needed something. The car that I was using before just couldn't handle these back roads or handle having fishing kayaks and canoes thrown on top of it. Anyways, I'm pretty stoked. Let me know if you want to know anything about owning a fishing kayak trailer, or let me know if you have any cool upgrade ideas for my fishing kayak trailer. That'd be also great. Back to the video, sorry. I haven't seen anyone else do this next thing, although I'm sure I'm not the first. But 2 years ago, I picked up 2 of these gear ties, 18-inch gear ties, with a specific problem in mind. I wanted to secure my net with the basket in the water so that I could take my time unhooking fish and increasing the likelihood of having a successful catch and release. For muskie especially, best practice is to keep the fish in the water while you're getting it ready for photos and release. Oh, stop. That's hard to do when you're also trying to hold your net, control the fish, control the boat, trying to get a hook out of the fish's face. It's a lot to manage. So this makes it a lot more easy. So I'll take a gear tie and I secure it to a place on the fishing kayak. This took a little bit of experimentation to figure out what was an ideal place. So you may have to play around, but I just do one simple wrap with, just doing once kind of twist it around, and then I leave these tag ends available. I just kind of tuck them out of the way so that they're not any bother. Then when I get the fish in the net and I'm trying to manage everything, I'll get the fish, over here, get the fish kind of close to me in the water, in the basket, and then I have the gear ties, and with one hand I can just simply go like that, give it one twist, and that's gonna hold the net. These are rubberized, so it's really difficult for the net to slide in and out of these ties, especially when the basket's sitting in the water and it's semi-supported by the water as well. And then you've got the fish right beside the boat, easy to unhook. You can let it calm the heck down and then take it out for photos. And you're not risking that fish. You're not, putting its life in danger. Nobody likes that. Who likes their life being in danger? It's ridiculous. That's what that is. So I think that these are pretty sweet. I've got one on my crossbar here on the command center, but then I also have one up on this here too, just because I've been playing around. I tried it on my seat as well, but if it's on the seat, this is almost like a little bit awkward to try and reach where the basket's right beside the seat. You kind of want it just in front of the seat, right by where your knees would be, ideally. So that's what I figured out. Handle over there. Shabam, shaboom. What do you say? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I was stoked when I figured that out. Anyways, super simple problem. And I know that there's more expensive solutions out there. Don't know about for fishing kayaks. I didn't really look, But I know for big boats, there's expensive solutions. Anyways, I've also been experimenting using these gear ties for other things, like, just having my pliers right there at hand. It's not ideal. I mean, I've been kind of playing around. Maybe I could find something better. Maybe if they're like mounted underneath like this, maybe that would be cooler, easier to grab. I'm not sure. But I mean, you could also hold some more awkward stuff like a bump board. Been really trying to figure out how to secure a bump board to the boat. And this might be the start of the idea, but anyways, I mean, you could easily just kind of bend those around there because they're flexible and they kind of grip in place. And if you had two of those, that could hold your bump board in place. No problem. No problem. Hopefully one of these upgrades improves your time on the water, or at least gives you a bit of peace of mind that you're not going to drop something over into the drink. A lot of these were kind of focused around that, eh? It's a big deal. When you're in a fishing kayak, you don't have a lot of places to put your stuff. So being able to secure your gear like that, it makes a big difference. It really does. So if you enjoyed that, hit that like button, subscribe to see more. We'll catch you later.